Multiplying fractions. Multiplying fractions is quite a bit easier than adding fractions because there's no common denominator needed. The two basic steps for multiplying fractions is to first reduce the fraction diagonally, and then second, you multiply the tops together and you multiply the bottoms together. In your homework, when you see the word product, that means multiply. So we're going to multiply 3/8 times 6/7. And the first step is to reduce diagonally. The 8 and the 6 are diagonal from each other. So I want to think about the largest number that divides into both 8 and 6. That would be 2. So if I divide 6 by 2, I'm left with a 3. And if I divide 8 by 2, I'm left with a 4. Now look at the 3 and 7 that are diagonal from each other. There's nothing that divides into both 3 and 7 besides 1, and that won't help us. So we'll leave that alone. Now that we've reduced diagonally, we multiply the tops. 3 times 3 is 9. Multiply the bottoms. 4 times 7 is 28. And if you've correctly reduced diagonally, your final answer won't need to be reduced. But always look at it and make sure, just in case something went wrong earlier in the reducing. Think about your top and bottom numbers if they'll divide by anything. So 9/28 is our answer. 8/9 times 27/4. So if I look diagonally at the 9 and the 27, both of those numbers divide by 9. 27 divided by 9 is 3, and 9 divided by 9 is 1. Diagonally in the other direction, 8 and 4 both divide by 4. 4 divided by 4 is 1, and 8 divided by 4 is 2. Now multiply the tops and multiply the bottoms. 2 times 3 on top is 6. On the bottom, 1 times 1 is 1. And any number over 1 is just the top number. Remember, the fraction bar means divide. 6 divided by 1 is just 6. 5/6 times 4/15. Diagonally looking at 6 and 4 both divide by 2. So I divide 6 by 2 and I'm left with a 3. Divide 4 by 2 and I'm left with a 2. Diagonally the other direction, 5 and 15. 5 and 15 both divide by 5. 5 divided by 5 is 1. 15 divided by 5 is 3. Now multiply tops and multiply bottoms. On the top, 1 times 2 is 2. On the bottom, 3 times 3 is 9. So my answer is 2/9. This one's a little trickier because we have a mixed number involved and a whole number. Whole numbers can always be placed over 1. Just like earlier we had 6/1 equals 6, you can go the other way too. So you can always put any whole number over 1 to turn it into a fraction. And then I'll need to change my mixed number into an improper fraction. So remember, the way to do that is multiply 1 times 8 and then add the 3. 1 times 8 is 8, plus 3 more is 11. So it's 11/8. Now the problem becomes just like our previous examples. I want to reduce diagonally. The 4 and the 8 both divide by 4. 4 divided by 4 is 1. 8 divided by 4 is 2. Diagonally the other way, 1 and 11. There's nothing bigger than 1 that goes into those. Multiply the tops, 11. Multiply the bottoms, 2. Now, this homework for this section does not want you to leave the fraction as improper, so we need to change it to mixed. Remember, the fraction bar means divide, and we're dividing top divided by bottom. So 11 divided by 2. 2 divides into 11 5 times. 5 times 2 is 10, and subtract. So a remainder of 1, that's my numerator. My mixed number is 5 and 1/2. This problem has two mixed numbers, so we need to change both of them to an improper fraction. We multiply and add. 2 times 8 is 16, plus 5 more is 21 over 8. 3 times 5 is 15, plus 2 more is 17 over 5. Now looking diagonally, 21 and 5, there's nothing both of those numbers divide by. The other direction, 8 and 17, they have nothing in common to divide by. So we'll just go ahead and multiply tops and bottoms. 21 times 17 is 357. 8 times 5 is 40. Now let's divide that and change that to a mixed number. $40 won't go into 35, so I have to look at 40 into 357. And use your calculator to figure out how many times 40 goes into 357. Just do 357 divided by 40. It goes 8 times with some decimal parts, but the whole number would be 8. And then I multiply 8 times 40. 320 and subtract. So I have a remainder of 37. My mixed number then would be 8 and 37 over 40. Let's finish with a word problem because that's everybody's favorite. Susie earns $30 for each day she babysits. How much does she earn by working 3 1/4 days? So if she's working multiple days, we're going to multiply 30 for each day times the 3 1/4 days. We have a whole number. We need it to be a fraction, so put it over 1. And we need our mixed number to be improper. 3 times 4 is 12, plus 1 more is 13. Now reducing diagonally, looking at the 30 and the 4, they both divide by 2. 30 divided by 2 is 15. 4 divided by 2 is 2. 1 and 13, we can't do anything with that. Multiply tops, multiply bottoms. 15 times 13 is 195. And on the bottom, 1 times 2 is 2. Now you would never say, I earned $195 over $2. We're going to change that to mixed. 195 divided by 2. 2 goes into 19, 9 times. Subtract, bring down the 5. 2 goes into 15, 7 times. 14 and subtract. So $97.50.